Okay, we're live. Hello, Tammy. Hello, Brenda. Letting people wander in. Hope everybody's doing good today on this Sunday. I grabbed a couple of extra Oracle decks. I've been packing my decks down. I thought I want to pull more Oracles today than normal. So I'm going to do some Oracle readings. I'll mix them up with cards too, just to change things up a little bit. So I hope everybody's having a good Sunday. I got up, talked to Dean this morning. I suddenly just got tired, so I decided to lay down and take a little nap. Early this morning, mind you. Sort of funny. Slept for 2 hours, and it was just what I needed to refresh and get my energy back. So listening to the body, very, very helpful. Okay. I'm pulling my Soulful Women deck and my Gaia Oracle deck, as well as my Forgiveness deck, and I'm pulling the books out just in case I need to refer to them for these two decks, because I haven't read from them in a long time. Okay, I'm getting a great big advertisement on my screen. Let me make that disappear. Something from some program called Gemini wanting to help me bring my skills up with my computer. Okay. Advertisement took my entire screen up. That was weird. Well, I hope more than we get 2 people in the room. I'm sure people will start trickling. I woke up right after your show ended, Brenda. I didn't realize I missed your show. I went to jump on and you were already done. So I need to go back and watch it. Oh, here's Kelly Shockley. Hi, Kelly. We're going to do Oracle readings today primarily, but I'm going to pull 3 card pulls as well. I grab a couple different cards from the different Oracle decks I pulled out. Doing a lot of packing and organizing every day and getting something done. Feels good to finally go through things. I'm trying to get rid of a lot of stuff. Kills me how much I've accumulated since I moved in this house. But my internet's running better now. I switched companies and got my prices down. That helps. Got a new phone. I show off my pretty phone case to everybody. Got butterflies all over it. I got an orange iPhone. Upgraded my iPhone. Got it for free though. So that's nice. I'm in California, Kelly. You're not in California, are you? No, I think my next door neighbor might be buying my house. I've talked to several local realtors that are willing to handle the paperwork for 3% versus if I have to actually put it on the market. If I have to put it on the market, then we're going to go, with the standard 8. The plus side is I have a VA loan that is assumable, and we're really close to NAS, Naval Air Station out of Lemoore. So a lot of people from Lemoore live here where I live, and it's assumable, so they can actually assume the loan and do a bridge loan for the difference of what we have financed at 2 point, and we have an assumable 2.9 interest rate. So I'm not going to worry too much about selling the house. Markets are up in California in my area, and my house is pushing between. I should make over 100,000 on it. We've owned it 8 years, but they're pushing between the 360s and 400,000 now, and we have a $10,000 kitchen remodel that makes the kitchen on this model really functional. Did not have a functional kitchen, so any comp house in my neighborhood, and there are this models, it's the smallest model in the neighborhood. Any comp models have terrible kitchens on them, because I think so far my house going on the market, the exact model of my house going on the market, have not done the upgrade model. I put 10 feet of cabinet space, upper and lowers, and a complete 10-foot long quartz countertop in my kitchen, where a lot of people would have done an eating kitchen. And it's an open floor plan. It's a living room, dining room. Then it has a bar. And why would you want an eating kitchen on that open concept? You don't need three eating areas in an open concept floor plan. So, and when I bought the house, it was modeled with a 4-foot round table, and I've got a big kitchen. There's no cabinet space. So I told my husband, I want to put cabinets on that long wall. So we didn't. We have a pantry when you walk in that popped out 3 feet, 2.5 feet. So that turned into counter from the pantry to the sliding glass door with lower cabinets and upper cabinets. And it just makes that kitchen functional. So I've got all that workspace, great place to put my coffee pot and stuff. The other cabinets were literally flanked on each side of the stove. That was it for storage. And it was 2 upper cabinets, 1 lower cabinet, and 3 drawers. That was all the kitchen space I had to store kitchen goods. And then a small pantry to hold canned goods and stuff. Not functional as far as I'm concerned. And I cook, so I didn't even have places to put all my pots and pans, seriously. I'm baking dishes. I have my choice between cups and plates and storing my pots and pans in my oven, I guess. I don't know. Not functional. Anyways, by adding all that cabinet space, I've got tons of storage in there. And I put my bottom cabinets, I put cabinets with a drawer on top of each one. So, and I went with oak. They match what I had in the kitchen. They're just higher quality than what was in the kitchen, but looks really nice. Makes it very functional. And if you're a person that wants a little movable island or something, there's plenty of room to put a block island that you could move around if you wanted to. I don't want to trip over the island all the time. But anyways, it makes a big difference in this kitchen. Makes it very functional. And then of course the bar has the sink in it, which means and the dishwasher. So there's no storage underneath the bar. It's all appliances and plumbing. So other than keeping your detergents and stuff under the sink, you don't want to put your pots and pans under the sink and stuff like that. So makes it very functional though. And hello, Tammy. Let me see. I've been grabbing people while they've been coming in the room. And let me make sure I get everybody. Got Brenda, Kelly, Tammy. Okay, we got a slow room today. I'm sure more people will pop in. Let's do a throw for the collective and see what the energy of the collective is. Not focusing on politics, but just the energy of how the collective in the United States are doing right now. I've been trying to catch up on some of the politics. It's like, oh my God, it's a shit show out there. And I tuned way out when I was in New Jersey. It blows my mind how much happened while I was out and about. How are you doing, Dean? I've been doing all the talking.
I've been good. I'm really good.
Well, since you're so shuffling, I'll go ahead and go. Right underneath the underlying card of the reading for the collective is the Fool card. I think this is the beginning of a new cycle as we're moving through. Hey, Viviana, I'll add you to the list. So we are starting a new cycle. We're taking that leap of faith for change, for the energy. Everybody right now in the collective is feeling like we're in turbulence water and we're just wanting to move across to that calmer waters. I do see that happening. It takes strength. So here we've got the strength card and we are strong. We will get there. We know it. And we get the 7 of Cups, that the illusion, delusion. This is also putting out fruition what changes we want to see. We have a lot of choices, a lot of options, and we're putting a lot of energy into what kind of change we want to see coming forward. And we have a reminder here on the underlying card that we are being guided by spirit. We are on our path. And with the Hermit card, they're lighting up the path. We're in a form of ascension right now. This is being spiritually in touch, being connected with what we want out of life, what we want our world to look like, and also the guidance from spirit leading us onto the ascension to becoming better people and a better society. As we come into this reading, we have the 3 of Wands. That's us standing on the shoreline, waiting for our ships to come in. That's that shift of change that we've been looking for with everything going on with worldwide. I think we're all looking for that strength and security of change to happen and how it's going to not only affect us here in the United States, but how it's going to affect our relationships with all the people overseas. We're wanting to join back together with our allies, with our trade partners and things like that. But until we get a change in the administration, we're still going to be riding this rocky ride. But we will get through this time. Trust me, we will get through this time. Right in the center of the reading, we have the 6 of Pentacles. That's that charity card. That is that working together as a collective, helping each other out. Charity is not necessarily just financial. Charity comes in many different forms. It's helping the neighbor. It's letting people know when there's job openings, when there's shifts in employment, things like that. And just helping each other out as we can as we're going through this period of time. And I think we're all being as charitable as we possibly can. And we've got each other's back. That's one thing we need to remember. We need to have each other's back. If somebody's in need and you have something to offer, be generous and offer it to that. If somebody's offering you somehow, accept it and try to help them in exchange. It's not an eye for an eye. Charity isn't an eye for an eye, but when you're charitable, charity comes back at you tenfold. Crossing that is the reminder to us all with the 4 of Pentacles is to be frugal and hold on to what we've got. And this is something I've been saying as a theme throughout my shows this year is make sure you get all the major bills paid. Do the adulting first, as we call it in our circle. That's when you sit down and you get all the bills paid, get that budget going, get the bills paid. Then be frugal. When you go grocery shopping, don't go on a shopping spree. Oh, we're going to be out of everything, panic. Pick up a few extra things right along so that you have them for either yourself, or if somebody's in need of a little help, a little extra food, then you have it available to contribute it out there. That keeps your stability and your abundance up without going through a greed and overstocking. I don't think there's any reason to panic to the point of overstocking and grabbing, every box of, cases and cases of toilet paper like they did during COVID and stuff like that. No, but to keep the basics in hand, dried beans, dried rice, things that you can make meals with that store well, have longevity, shelf life, and stuff like that. And instead of buying 2 cans of something, buy 4 cans of something, especially if it's on sale. It just allows you to build a little extra stock in it, and it gives you that comfort zone of not having to worry. So if you are tight on money or something, which I didn't grocery shop in the month of January, I went to see my daughter, and then when I came back, I spent about $100 just picking up a few things. I had food in the house still. I have a freezer. I had stuff in the cupboard. I just needed to pick up a few fresh things to make it through the rest of the month until the new month happened. And then I went ahead and did a normal shopping spree. And I was able to utilize that money for my vacation. I spent very little money when I was vacationing because we were staying with my daughter. So my daughter grocery shops every few days. It's her habit after living in New York. And so I cooked several times while I was down there. She has most everything stocked up in the house, and I just picked up a few things to make a few of my own dishes for the grandkids and stuff. Had a lot of fun. But that was a relatively frugal vacation. We were there mostly to see the grandkids and family and just spend family time together. Okay. Above us is the Ten of Swords. This is us moving forward, taking only what's needed and getting rid of the excess. I'm in this process. I'm in my getting ready to get the house up ready for sale. And I'm just cleaning house. I'm doing my spring cleaning before spring and trying to get rid of excess, donating things that I don't use that other people can utilize, passing that on and just decluttering, getting rid of those things that are no longer serving any purpose in my life, and downsizing, because we are going to be downsizing as we move along. What lies underneath is that Page of Pentacles. That Page of Pentacles is letting us know we will continue to have financial security. It's not a wealth card, but it's a messenger saying we're going to have steady resources available to us. So that's, I think, part of the reason why we always see that 4 of Pentacles coming up nowadays is that frugalness is going to allow us to accumulate a little money and also have that steady comfort zone financially. Let me move my cursor because I can't read things. Brenda says, hi, Kathleen Dean. Hello, Brenda. And to give you a call after the show, Brenda. I haven't talked to you in a while. I've been wanting to just chat. Nothing big. Just to chit chat and catch up. Moving out of the energy of this, we want judgment. I think we're all on that page. I think everything that's in the news, everything that's going on with the administration, we do want to see justice. And I think justice will come in time, including with ICE and what's going on with that, with our president and the minions that are involved with all that cabal and everything going on. I think we will see a lot of justice. It's going to take a number of years for all of that to work through the legal system. And it will quit being the dominance of day-to-day news. Over time, we'll hear about it, but it's not going to be what's controlling our country anymore. Once he steps down, I'm not feeling like Trump has a lot of time left in office. I think it's just a matter of time before he medically collapses. I heard a big yes on that. Got chills. So don't know when. Timing's not good, but I'm not seeing him making it to midterms really. I keep on hearing the word summer, spring, summer, spring, summer. So I don't know. It's coming. How we're feeling as a collective right now is that Two of Swords. We feel like we're a little blindfolded. The crows are here providing us messages and opening opportunities up, but it feels almost a little chaotic. The way things are changing, the way opportunities are presenting them. When opportunities present, though, take the time to really think of what you want to do with these opportunities. Is it time for change? Is it time for thing? What is it's being offered? Take time to really assess before you make a decision on what you're going to do. Don't necessarily take the easy road. Sometimes the bigger success and the bigger challenges are the ones that are most profitable. So really take a look at it before you make a decision as opportunity presents itself. But we do have opportunities still coming up in our life. We also feel like the emperor. We're the ones that are in control of our now. We're running our own household. We're making our own decisions. We're not allowing people to do that for us. And this is the environment in which we're living in now. We are making our own decisions. We're not going to let somebody dictate that information to us. Then we have justice. I like this. We have judgment and justice. This is a message from Spirit. Know that justice will prevail. And it's not justice for anything we've done. It's for what's going on in the United States as a whole. And these things will work their way through the systems and stuff like that. So trust in the time and the energy that's going through this and all the chaos going on in our country right now. There will be justice, and this will settle down and be taken into perspective. And the final card of the reading is that King of Cups. This is the emotional side of us. This is that nurture side of us. This is the part of us that is going to take care of our families, our communities, the people around us. This is us coming into together as a community. It's a beautiful energy that we will make it through these times by working together as a collective, making changes in our life and taking care of each other through the harder times. It will get us through to the point that when things settle down, that we're going to be actually a better community of people than we were when we started this whole process. Nothing's going to change back to the way it was. As things evolve, things will change. For the better, though, we will make the best of things. We'll make very different decisions. I think this is bringing people together as a unit, as we're a country. We're not going to allow all this division and everything that's been building up from this administration. I think it's allowed us to take a look at ourselves as a society as a whole and quit looking at each other as them and them and us, that division that he wants to portray and all that fear. We don't want to live in a world of fear and division and all that. What he's created is us coming together as communities and holding together and standing up for what we believe in. And we don't have to kill each other to get there. We can do it as a community, as a collective, and achieve what we want to achieve. So that's what I'm getting for the collective. What are you getting, Dean?
Well, the center of my reading, I had the Queen of Swords. So this is like telling me we're ready to take action, stand by our convictions, and stand by truth and leading with the light. We're coming into the reading this week with the sense of temperance. So we have to just relax and be, I would say, cognizant of what's around, as well as if we need to relax, then relax where need be, because I also have the Four of Swords later in the week too. So it's going to be a lot of being patient and only acting when necessary, I would say. But when we do act, it's again with the truth and strength. And we end off, my final card is the Star. So this is telling us be patient for what we've been wishing and hoping for. It will come in its due time. So who's first on the reading? You're on mute.
I'm sorry, I was shuffling. So I said we have 4 on the list right now. We have Tammy, Brenda, Kelly, and Viviana, and I will watch for additional people coming into the room. Sundays are my slow days, so
Did you notice, Kathy?
I can't see it. There's too much light here. What is it? I like that.
The Alice in Wonderland cup.
I showed off my Alice in Wonder one, the tea party, the ones that my daughter gave me that came from London. I love them. It's got the Mad Hatter, the hair, and Alice on it at the tea party.
So is Tammy first?
Tammy is first.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I flipped it back. There we go.
Okay, so Tammy, coming into this reading, it's the center of the reading. It's all about judgment. What is going on around you that you feel like you're either being judged or needing to judge others? I would just say, whatever's going on around you, I would say stay on the side of light, stand by your convictions, and if it doesn't feel right, don't do it. Live in your truth, and everything else will just fall in place. Not worry about what somebody else is doing, but be proactive, because if what they're doing is affecting you, but be proactive. Let's see, coming into the week, you have the King of Cups, and this, of course, this King of Cups, I'm sorry, the Knight of Cups. This Knight of Cups is going into this week offering like the love of their heart, because they wear their heart on their sleeve, right? But at the same time, I feel like this is probably maybe risky even for you, or because you feel like, what is somebody trying to get from me, or are they trying to use me maybe, or take advantage of me? Because I feel like it's either you're either safeguarding something with this this 9 of Wands, or you're locking something away. It's either you're protecting something, locking something away, or trying to step out into the light or into the truth. However that applies to you, Tammy. Then we go back into, like I said, the judgment. And how we're eating up this week is that, so this is 10 of Wands and the Emperor. So whatever's going on, you're going to go, either you're going to ask for the help that you need, or you're going to just move on. Because with this 10 of Wands, it's like you've done all you could. Either they're going to help you out and you can both work together with it through the situation, or it's time to cut your losses and walk away. And again, with the Emperor, that's you taking control of the situation and not being controlled yourself. Many blessings to you, Tammy. What did you get, Kathy?
Okay. I pulled 3 oracle cards, and I threw 3 tarot cards. The tarot cards I get, the first card I get is the embodiment of swords. This is the King of Swords in this deck. This is you standing in your strength, your power energy, not taking a lot of BS from anybody, but standing in your strength, power, your belief system, as you're moving through this period of time. Right in the center of the reading, I get the 10 of Swords. This is you moving away from the dock. The dock's in disarray, but you're moving out to sea into the light. And here you are on your ship out in the light, moving into following that light to a more positive direction. So you're moving in a very positive way. And remember, you're the one that drives the chariot. You decide which direction you go. So you get the Chariot card here. And it's, pulling your ship through the water. The dolphins are leading the way for you, but you're not holding reins to tell them what to go. You're following your intuition and following those dolphins into your new adventure. The oracle cards I pulled for you, the first one is from the Sacred Feminine deck, and it's this deck, and I love the artwork on it. And it says grace. And this is the mantra that you need to say for yourself. When I open to the deep source of grace, the flow of my life feels effortless and vibrant. So connect to that energy and allow yourself to do that. When I open to the deep source of my grace, the flow of my life is effortless and vibrant. So I love that. And then the next card I pulled is the Temperance card. And it says seduction, direction, and broken promises. So don't get caught up in that energy. Let me see what the book has to say about it. It does have an affirmation to it. The affirmation for this card says, I listen and I trust my intuition. I look at every situation from a grounded and balanced point of view. Every positive has a negative and vice versa. I look beyond superficial and find the truth. I look for substance and I am not swayed by wild promises. So, follow your intuition. You know what's right and wrong. Look for the positive things to lead your life and don't get caught up in the negative and energy in that. And then I did pull you a postcard from Spirit, which is with love. And it says, Dearest you, a rigid tree branch breaks under strong winds, yet flexible seaweed surrounds powerful ocean swells. Right now, we're gently remind you that being flexible is a good choice when you're faced with life's challenges. Surrender to the fixed ideas of spirit. Who knows what is in your highest good and can deliver you what you need in the appropriate form. In this moment, rather than fighting or being too sure of your way of working it out, be a little looser and allow another outcome. Compromise can be the best way forward. If you are to learn new ways of doing and seeing, stay aware, curious, and teachable. Take life and life at life's terms. Your purpose may push you in a direction not on your map. Let it. Be so flexible that no storm can uproot you. In the end, you will still be rooted in the world in abundance, and you will indeed experience the beauty that is yours. We love you so much. That is interesting. I do not remember ever reading this card before. And I know I've been completely through this deck. So I love that messaging. So they're saying be flexible. Everything's a learning process. Be open to the new lessons and the new directions that you can learn from, Tammy. So blessings to you. And I'm going to, let me make sure I'm not reusing these cards. I'm just going to stack them to the side here. Next up is Brenda. And it looks like we may have a couple of people that came and joined us. Marby has come into the room. Dean, did you read her?
Okay. So, Brenda, what I have for you is at the center of the reading for this week. I have the Five of Swords here. So I don't know if this is reflected on healing for you or if you're moving on from some type of grudge or grievance. But for this week, there is the Five of Swords around you. You're going to be coming into some truth or be made aware of something with the Ten of Swords, the Ten of Cups. I'm sorry, the Moon. Blech, I'm all jambalaya here with my voice.
What card am I looking at, right?
With the Moon, there's going to be something revealed to you, possibly that's been hidden from you or something you haven't seen, something you probably weren't expecting. It's probably an end to something and a start of something new, or putting in more infrastructure to make something better with this Tower. So things to be revealed, some truths that are probably not made apparent to you going into the Tower, which I'm thinking that for you, it's a new business prospect, or redesigning the way you're doing things now, potentially. Going into the Five of Swords, there may be something that it's a learning curve. So that's probably where the Five of Swords is coming from. But it could lead into new partnerships no, I'm sorry. With the Five of Cups, it's leading into like something that could end up bothering you, but I feel like there's going to be partnership potential here for some reason. Because why else would I say that? But just stay true to who you are. And then again, with this star, we're just wishing our prayers will be answered. The angels are around you to answer, to help you through that clarity. So it's very interesting. I've never seen these cards around you before, but it definitely there's change. I've sent a feeling change with this, bringing the light. Something's going to come to surface, like fireworks maybe. But there will be some truth, maybe some sadness, some worry, but you're going to get through it because prayer will be answered. It's probably reconnecting with some family members. Again, there's a pair there with the Ten of Cups. So again, many blessings to you, and hope everything's going okay. What did you get, Kathy?
Okay. We're coming out of this balance underlying. My guys, so I'm going to show you the underlying card. You're finding balance in life right now. We're coming into the reading with the Ace of Cups. This is so you, Brenda. Everything you do is from your heart. It's your cup running over. It just flows out of you and is always coming from heart centered. And I always feel that energy around you. I love the cards that come out for you. It's followed by the Ace of Wands. This is you using your creativity, speaking your truth, using your knowledge, your training, your abilities, staying in touch with people. This is you working with others and sharing your gifts with others. This is you working with the divine and your spirit guides and your highest self to provide people that comfort, the messages from spirit that they're needing to hear, and being able to share that information with people. And you do this from your strength. This is your strength. This is your gift, your power. This is the energy that you put out into the universe to share with others. So this is just telling me all about you, your heart, your soul, what makes you up. And I love that the cards are giving everybody just big billboard for you of what a loving, caring person and talented person you are, and you're full of energy. The oracle cards that I got from Soulful Women is a message telling you loving from the inside. There's a theme here, isn't there? It says, it's a beautiful blessing to give myself the gift of my own presence. And I think not only do you give this gift of your presence, but you share this gift with others around you. So I love that. And then the center card, purification, water. What an appropriate card, huh, Brenda? And it says emotional cleansing and rejuvenation, but it comes with a mantra. And the mantra says the affirmation is, I allow all unresolved feelings to surface. I give thanks for the healing that is taking place. I am emotionally cleansed. I am free of emotional baggage, and I release all that no longer serves me. So I love that energy. And I know this is something both you and I practice. We do this through meditation, through healing. We help others achieve those goals. Love this card. And then I pulled the postcard from heaven, and it says, you are beautiful. And it says, dearest you, the common sayings be in the world, but not of it. And wear the world loosely refers to the need to engage with life while not being attached to specific outcomes. Do not take this world too personally, for you are one in many co-creators here to play, and we have many ideas about how all this should play out. Just know the outcomes don't matter as much as the presence you bring to each experience and how you let yourself flow through life. There's a real freedom in knowing and accepting this. So will you wear the world loosely, or will you wear it as a straitjacket? It's your choice. Whatever happens, you have the courage to keep trying to live as you were meant to. And when it comes to the manifesting, don't worry about how or even why. We have that covered. Everything is going to turn out exactly as it should. Spirit has a plan. Loving you always and forever. I love these cards. Love these cards for you, Brenda. So I guess my guides were telling me I need to pull oracles today and send some messages, and that's what's coming out. And just say I'm just flipping through to see if anybody else has come into the room. And there's Gerald. I knew he'd be here. Okay, I got Marley. Grab Gerald. It's a beautiful day here. The sun's shining. Okay. What do you have for Brenda, Dean?
I already read for her.
Oh. Okay.
I already have
Kelly Shaw.
Uh-huh.
Okay, for Kelly. Clearly, I'm not as organized as Dean is today.
Okay, so the center of my reading for you, Kelly, is the Queen of Cups. Okay, always looking for that that way to give, that way to express your love, share your love, share your dreams, to share your desires with. The rest of my reading, it looks like, I don't know, partnerships. It looks like either taking a chance, it's either a partnership or it's a new business aspect, a contract. Because coming to this week, I do have the Lover's card, so this could either very easily mean a new love interest, or reconnecting with a love interest, or it could just represent your love that's in your life right now, or again with business and contracts and et cetera, et cetera. I'm going into the Seven of Pentacles. Financially, you're preparing for your future. You're planting good seeds in, and you're working towards whatever your heart's desiring right now. You're the type of person that likes to plan for your future. You're taking things like the Fool right now, new adventures, new possibilities, just getting your feet wet in the sand just to figure out what is around, what sparks your interest. But I caution you to always remember there could always be somebody lurking around that may not necessarily have your best interests at heart, because it ends with the Seven of Swords, which with the Seven of Swords is usually somebody's taking advantage over somebody or stealing something. Or this could be you finding something that was once lost and reclaiming it back, taking control over it and calling those out. It may be a season of money for you, getting a new, fresh, clear bill of health, getting like more finance coming in, or possibly a promotion at work, because I have the Ace of Pentacles here. So this is possibilities of health, wealth, and things on that nature, your basic needs to come through. Many blessings to you, Kelly. What did you get, Kathy?
Well, this is really interesting. I drew oracles for you, and I drew cards for you too. And the first oracle card and the first tarot card that came out together are matching cards. Synchronicity. It says, thinking of you, a loving thought with synchronicity. And then it says, of course, synchronicity, the card, things falling into place like they should. And there's that serendipity, things that are supposed to be will come together. The affirmation to this card is, I love all lives forever in my heart. I am one with all humanity, and I am one with creation. I am in constant communication with everyone. Time, space are real only when I believe they are. Interesting. And then you get the surrender card, surrendering card. It says, I honor the truth in surrender as it opens me the gifts of divine grace. And isn't that a beautiful card? And then the postcard from Spirit, it says, celebrate life. Dearest you have a unique purpose and destiny that only you can fulfill. But first, you need to know that the destiny isn't a destination. You don't arrive some special place where, poof, you're perfect and happy at all times. It's about establishing and firming up a commitment in certain experiences, whatever form that takes. Your soul knows what you need to experience. Your destiny is to be present to all life's adventures, to discover your talents and feel your potential through allowing inspiration to lead you, and to risk standing apart from the crowd to listen to your soul. You are special as much as you are also a paradoxically one with the world, individual yet part of the great whole. Both truths have led you to this moment where you are saying you are on the right track, even if your ego self doesn't see that. Listen to your soul, check in with your spirit, and keep going. Spirit loves you, life loves you, and we love you. So I love that card. It's a beautiful message. So we get the serendipity, things falling in place like they're supposed to. or the synchronicity, things falling into place like they're supposed to. Um, you know, your guides, your angels are working with you to help guide you in that journey, to lead you in the right direction. As the card says, the postcard from spirit, they're all around you. There's not a set plan. You're here to experience everything in your life in its fullest. It's leading you in the right direction. Right in the center of the reading, you got the best card of the deck. The sun is shining on you. So yes, you are on your life path. You're doing the right things. You're living the life, you're living that journey, and you're making great decisions while you're going through that. And the final card out there is the Spirit of Swords. This is that messenger card that's telling you, stay in your truth, stay on your path, follow what you believe in, and use your strength and your power to stand up for your beliefs and what is right for you. And it's going to lead you in the right direction. So I love these cards for you. I think it's a good, strong message of telling you, yes, you're where you're supposed to be. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're in sync with everything around you. And this is what your purpose is just be aware and be living in the now, being aware of your environment and those around you, and putting yourself out there for others. So blessings to you, Kelly. Love these cards. The uplifting message. And next up, we have Viviana.
So I have the Six of Pentacles here. It's all about balancing. Don't put off more energy than when you have, and don't allow others to take advantage of that. With any relationship, it should be whether professional, or friendship or love interest, whichever that is. Remember, it should be reciprocal. You should never give out more than what you're giving, or somebody giving to you, and vice versa. It should be like, think of it like a revolving door. It should be like fair. Sometimes it may be 60-40, sometimes it may be 70-30, but everybody gets a fair share in this type of relationship.
I keep hearing the word.
It might be a 90-10, okay, some days.
I keep hearing the word synergy.
Yes. Let's see. There's been something that you've been desiring, something you've been hoping for, coming into this week with the star with you. This could be a charitable card. This could be a card that usually surfaces when you're doing like nonprofit stuff that's like doing like work for people without asking anything in return. Or it could be something like you're manifesting, something you're hoping for, desiring. It's coming into like the Three of Cups this week. So this could be healing relationships between families. This could also be like abundance coming into you, whether this could be either financial abundance, or it could be abundance where it comes into like settling like inner conflicts within families, or family just coming together in general in a positive way. We're ending off this week with the Six of Wands. So there's some victory, some sense of like, yes, we made it through this week's, or yes, we made it through this challenging aspect, and ending up with the Knight of Pentacles going into next week. So basically things are moving forward, and then you have to think about it, re-energize for next week, and not like living life by the seat of your pants. You're going to have to take a pause and feel things out again. So here are the cards. Many blessings to you.
Okay, Viviana, I got some beautiful cards here from you. First of all, that comes from the Oracle deck of, I believe it's Gaia, the deck I'm using. Oh, look, Gaia Oracle, yeah. Okay, Gaia, the first card is peace, and it says discovering unwanted and disturbing thoughts. So it's telling you to keep in peace. And I love it that it's reflected with the sun just blazing out there. The affirmation that comes with this card is, I trust in the power of love. I trust that all will unfold as it should. My mind is like a clear blue sky, and my heart is filled with love. All upon the earth is bathed in the sea of love. So remember that everything you do should be coming from the perspective of love, from that higher energy of love, and be putting that out there. And then from the Soulful Women's card, I get the power of my voice. I love this card. I love the artwork, and it's neat artwork. I love art. So anyways, the power of my voice. I speak my truth and express my feelings to others with care and compassion. So it's just that reminder that when you're speaking your truth and you're standing in what you believe in, you need to be respectful during that process and be compassionate about what you're stating, but also take into consideration other people at that point. You're not trying to convert people. You're just trying to express your own belief system and staying firm in that. And then the message from Spirit, the postcard from Spirit says, with love. And it says, dearest you, do you know how much we love you and want to help you? We are here for you, and we hear you ask for guidance, but you must let go and let us help you. You don't have to do it all. We've done our part. Now you've done your part, so let us do ours. You would be awestruck if you knew how many strings we pull through the matrix to give you what you need and desire. Spirit has a plan, and when you sign up to be a co-creator, you need to remember to allow the partnership. It's not one-sided. Your dreams and plans meet up with those of Spirit. Remember, though, Spirit's timetables and ideas of how things will play out may be quite different from yours. Trust us. Spirit's ideas are amazing. Now let go and let us do the magic. Pay attention to other areas of your life, and before you know it, the miracles will take place. We love you so much. And that's sort of funny, that message, because we go into the cards, and the first card in the reading is from the Spirit of Cups. And this is my go with the flow spirit card, which is what Spirit's trying to tell you from that postcard is you don't have to take everything on yourself. Spirit's there, and they're guiding you. Go with the flow as it presents itself, and follow their cue, and they'll be leading you in the right direction. Right in the center of the reading, I love this card. One of my favorite cards in this deck is the World card, and it's that ascension in butterflies. And yeah, you can see I have an obsession of butterflies because that's my phone case too. It's the monarch butterflies flying to the air, ascending. So yes, you are on the right path. You just allow life. You're doing your part. Also take the guidance as they lead you through. They're there leading you through that path. And you are currently living on your life path as you go. But remember, sometimes we get attachments along the way. People try to cling to us or take advantage of us. It's time to sever those ties. If there's people in your life that are trying to bring you down or take advantage of you, or are no longer serving a healthy purpose in your life, it's time to sever those relationships. And you can do that through a ritual of just imagining that there's an umbilical cord attached to, and it's just time to take those scissors and cut it and not be responsible for other people's actions. This frees you from taking on things that you shouldn't be taking on. So if you have somebody in your life that has an attachment, or and just always ask on the ask, wanting you to help them through everything. No is a complete sentence. severing those relationships and allowing those people to do for themselves sometimes is the best lesson they can learn in life rather than attaching themselves to others. So it's time to assess people around you and things that are going on in your life. If they're no longer serving you, it's time to cut that cord and let them go. So I love these cards. I think the advice is good, and I think you are on your life path. Things are going to just keep on going forward in a very positive way for you. Blessings to you. Okay, and next up we have Marby.
Let's see, Marby.
Or did you read?
I already read. I just need to read more.
You're reading for.
I'm
out of sequence.
My last reading, Kathy, because I have to go pick up Katie here shortly.
Okay.
Let's see, Marby.
We have Marby and then Trinzone, and then we're done. So.
Slow and steady, Marby. Slow and steady this week with the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Don't make any rush decisions. Just take all the information in before making that final choice. We're coming into this week with the Wheel of Fortune. Ooh, possibilities for you. Doors are opening. So make sure that since this is a new season of change for you, make sure you're proactive because when you're not actively in the active driver's seat, it might detour to another door that you probably wouldn't have chose. But be active, proactive, and choose wisely. Okay, they're all good learning hurdles, I would say, because if you notice, there's that wheel there. It's a learning hurdle. We're here to learn many, many lessons, right, Kathy?
Oh yeah, never-ending story.
There's something about this week that you're going to learn about yourself is that you have a lot of strength around you and you have a lot of strength. So just if you need to channel that, if you get to the time in that moment in this week where you feel like, oh my God, what is going on right now? How am I going to get through this? Just take a pause, meditate, and just like, I am powerful, I am strong, and I will get through this. You're ending the week with on a good note with the Ace of Wands. That means an answer will come to you within a year's time, or you'll get to that destination that you're hoping for to achieve within a year's time. And there's no stopping you because the last and final card's very positive with the Eight of Wands. So you're definitely moving towards quickly with something. You might hear some communication, more like some buzz in the air about it. But I feel like it's also going to be something that you're going to be victorious in. So here are your cards again. Many blessings to you. I'll give you a call later, Kathy. Okay?
Okay.
Love you, everybody.
And I got Trinzone. Bye. Talk to you later. Okay. Dean Sundays, he's always busy. Okay, Marby, right off the bat, I pulled 3 oracles for you. You've got the Sacred Heart, which says passion, love, spiritual communication. And the mantra with this from the Gaia deck says, I am in tune with my inner light and my wisdom. I'm guided always by love. I energetically share my light and wisdom with others, and I am one with Earth and the stars. The guidance received free from the limitations of time and space. Okay. Then the next card I got for you is from the Soulful Woman's card. Where my eye is itching here. Sorry about that. And it says, surveying the positive. I allow myself spaciousness of surveying the delicious gifts of my life. Okay, I'm getting tongue-tied here. Okay. And then the postcard from Spirit is, you are magic. It says, dearest you, we know everything in the universe is perfect, even in its flaws, and we view the creations of Spirit and in total awe. All is unique, yet part of a unity existence. But when human experience is a little different from ours, you tend to have a specific standard for what you consider ideal, and then it isn't serving you right now. So forget your ideas of perfection and see through our eyes, allowing things to be as they are without judgment. Don't wait until a perfect moment or mood to start something. Instead, enter life with all its flawlessness. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. Let others be who they are too, imperfect and human, complex or simple. It doesn't matter, for there are always something to discover, experience, and love. When you drop the need for the idea and uncover the real treasure, which will be far more interesting and valuable, loving you like crazy. So be open to differences and imperfections and whatnot in people and things around you. Everything is going to be a picture perfect, as we well know. You come into the cards are telling me you've got this great foundation. You're creative. You have strength. You get the Four of Wands. You have a really good foundation, that creativity, that knowledge, that education that you bring forward. It brings color in your life. It brings adventure in your life and allows you to function in that creativity, in that three-dimensional. So everything isn't black and white. You bring that colorful creativeness to your environment that's around you. Right in the center of the reading, you've got the Moon card. This is this is the howling at the moon, this hidden secrets. These may be things that you brought from your past or a past life that you have been working on, that you're overcoming. But these are part of your life lessons in the direction you're going. So we all have them. We all have little hidden secrets in our life, things in our past that we have worked through, and lessons we've learned from our past. We also carry them forward from our prior lives. This isn't an eye for an eye type of karma thing. I don't believe that karma functions like that. If you kill somebody in a prior life, you're going to be killed in this life. That's not the way karma works. But the lessons we carry from our past lives, or from our past and our present lives, are something that we work through on a day-to-day basis and try to overcome. We're learning those lessons, and we're getting that, what we call shadow work, done. It's working on something and not allowing it to bring us down and drag us forward. If we don't learn those lessons from the past and correct that, then it's something we're going to carry and burden ourselves with moving forward in the future. It's that perfection. You need to allow your imperfection to let go of it and learn the lesson that you brought forward with you. Let that go and move forward, and know that for everything that seemed maybe have feeling of negativeness, something positive came out of it. So always look for that positiveness. Yeah, I had this hard time. I struggled, blah, blah, blah. But what did you learn from that? What did you bring forward in that? How can you let that go now and move forward in life in a more positive direction. And that's what this message is telling you. The shadow work is telling you that you can overcome these boundaries. You've learned those lessons. It's time to set yourself free from it, and realize that everything doesn't have to be picture perfect. It happens for a reason. The way it happens, it unfolds, and lessons are learned and allows you to move forward in a positive direction. And you get the Action of Cups. This is that Knight of Cups. This is a steady moving knight. He does move on emotions. Sometimes some people will call it the false knight. I don't think he's a false knight. I think he's a knight that carries abundance of lessons, abundance of emotion. This is the knight that you ride on your horse with your heart, your healing, and that positive energy, and you're seeking out abundance in your life and emotional clarity. So, I think this reading is all about you finding that you have overcome so much, you're continuing to overcome, that everything doesn't have to fall in the middle of perfection. It falls in the lessons learned as they present it, and allows you to move forward as you're going through life. Let me just throw some clarity cards on that. Let's see if they have anything else to say. Okay, I like these cards. It says, you get the Eight of Pentacles. You've done a lot of hard work. You're working steady and hard. This is allowing you to find that financial security by doing the hard work you need to do during this period of time. Also, you have the Four of Pentacles. Be frugal with your money and your finances. Put a little bit back for tomorrow, to allow that stability to be built up in your life. And then you get the Inspiration of Wands. As that Queen of Wands, I like you start with wands, you end with wands. This is that creativity, knowledge, always learning, always moving forward in a positive way. This is just strength. You're taking action and moving forward. So you're not staying stagnant in this world. You're learning and you're moving through to more positive energy. You use this with your knowledge, continuing your education, and creativity as you go, as you tackle each thing you're facing in life. So I love these cards. Blessings to you. And our final reading of the day is Trinzon. Trinzon, thank you for the donation. I normally pull that forward. I didn't see it pop up until I had already started Marby's reading. I have one card that flipped upside down in this when I shuffled this deck. And Spirit says it's for Marby, but is it? Higher perspective, Marby. Stay up in the sky, looking down on the earth at that higher perspective, and see what's going on around you before you take action, and that'll allow you to go in the right direction. Okay, Gerald Trenzone. Hello. I'm glad you made it in today. And thank you for the donation. I'm doing things a little differently today. We're throwing some oracles and cards too. I meant to throw. You are loved. Postcard from Spirit. It says, Dearest you, we are sending you a wave of love and joy as we watch you reap the rewards of your tenacity and your faith. We know how long it's taken you to reach some of your goals, and that you've had disappointments along the way. Right now, we suggest you take a deep breath and fill yourself with gratitude and tune into the vibration of well-being. Temporary conditions may be trying to hypnotize you into seeing something else as your reality, but know that happy rewards are on their way, and on their way. I lost my place. You know that happy rewards are on their way, and you even know change is totally constant, so be open to it. You will achieve your dreams and more, we promise, but more important, your happy rewards will be gathered up in the small moments, the gentle breeze and the soft kisses, and the quiet commitments. Your happiest moments will be on the journey itself, not the arriving at the destination. You are surrounded by so much love and care. Can you feel us? I like that card. That's another one of those that I don't remember ever reading. So I love the message in that card. Then it's followed by, I pulled a surrender card for you also. It says, give yourself over to completely to prayer. When you pray from your heart, you will be heard throughout the universe, and the answers and support will arrive. I know you're a faithful person. And then from Soulful Women, it says, quiet nourishes me. Quiet nourishes me. It connects me to the power of now. I think that's sort of like that meditative moment where you just let everything relax and be in that quietness, that surrendering to that quietness, and steady thought. And then from the Gaia deck, the Sacred Earth Mother, a message of love. So let me pull that card up. It's card number 42. And the affirmation is, I am in essence light. I am in essence soul. I am creative potential. I am guided by my heart. I apply love and wisdom to all that I say and do. I like that. Okay, well, we come into the card reading, and I threw 5 for you with perception. Perspective. That's that high, getting up there in that hot air balloon, getting higher. It's not the hangman looking at 360. It's higher than that. Looking at life in full perspective. Getting up there and looking down and seeing what's really going on in the world, what's happening around you, getting perspective of what's going on, what you need to do, and what direction you want to go to in. It's followed by that 4 of Cups, opportunities being presented to you. And as you know, that 4th cup is an additional opportunity. It's time for you to make some decisions, some options. Take everything under full considerations as you make your choice of which direction is going to take you next. Now, you're going to feel like there may be some obstacles in your way, but, you are you. And you do you, boo, because any obstacles with this 10 of Wands that are in your way, you always have a solution, moving obstacles out of the way and opening up that path and direction you want to go. So know that you've got the power to take any obstacles and shift them out of your way so you can move forward in a very positive way. This is going to lead you down that path of celebrating again with this 3 of Cups. You're going to have abundance in your life, celebration, and to me, everything's in good perspective. And of course, as you're moving through this energy of this period of time, don't have a bunch of pentacles, but we have you taking that higher ground. You're rising above any obstacles that do come in your way. You're protecting yourself. You're at that higher ground, and you're taking care of any obstacles that are there. Anybody that's attacking you, you're on the defensive. You're able to move to that higher ground and protect yourself and move in a very positive way and very forward. I think this period of time is going to be good for you. Clearly, it's not time to be doing any investments or anything. Like I said yesterday, I know you enjoy investing in and watching the numbers and doing that. It's time to just follow along on the sidelines. You can paper if you were to put money there, but don't actually put it down, because you're wanting to be conservative with your money right now and protect yourself. I think things will shift in the future. I see you functioning from your higher self. You know what you're doing. You know what you like to do. You like to follow those numbers. You like to take those risks. But don't lay the money down on the line right now. You're using your higher perspective and your guidance to make decisions like that. I've got a feminine lover card. I don't know, maybe you're going to meet somebody in the future. I heard, I'm not looking. I don't know. Maybe you should be looking. But no, you're working in conjunction with somebody, in partnership with somebody. This could be a good friend. This could be somebody you've done business with or have dealings with. Or this could be somebody new entering your life that is of the feminine. So be open to anything. And then I have the 6 of Cups, that nostalgia card. You can't live in your past, but your past is what led you to your present. So give yourself credit for all the growth and everything you've done in life to get you where you are today. And it's going to allow you to move forward in a very positive way and continue on this beautiful journey. So no bad news, no real obstacles in your way. Sorry about the raining of the Midas touch. It's time to take a little break. Of course, you've got that extra hit with that Midas on the regular time. So time for somebody else to get that. But no, everything's going good. It seems like everything's very stable and moving in a very positive way. And I would love it if you met somebody new in your life, somebody watching your life. Be open to it. This could be a partner. This could be a lover. This could be just somebody new and fresh that enters your life and brings some change forward or some new ideas and new experiences. So be open to that new partnership with that Lover's card, that feminine Lover's card. It's going to be on the feminine. So be open to it, and blessings to you, Transzone. I'm glad you made it in the room. And that is a wrap on the show today. I do want to read one last card for the collective. Let's see. What do we get? For the collective, we get You Are Magic. So this is for everyone. It says, dearest you, pump up the music, bang the drums, and get on up and start that hustle towards your goals and your dreams. There's a time to be still, and this is not one of them. Now is the time to make a difference. Make a first move. Say yes to life. Pick up the phone and make that decision. Take that one step towards the gods or us, spirit. Accept the cascade of changes, good news, and opportunities to show up. As if by magic. We know it's really spirit and all of us moving things around for the benefit. The point is that we are saying, go for it. Take a positive action towards your dreams, even if the outcome isn't the exact fit in your agenda. It will all be orchestrated by spirit arriving in divine, appropriate timing. Don't you just love how we all work? We love you so much. So blessings to everybody. Everybody have a really good week. I think energy is feeling really positive right now. I do feel energy. I read energy. I go outside. I meditate in the morning. And sometimes it is so heavy and overwhelming. And I'm feeling like the energy is really lifting right now for everybody. Um, because I'm feeling the energy of the collective as it's moving through the atmosphere. And things are lightening up. So that's good because sometimes that heavy worrying is overwhelming to me. I don't know how other people feel energy, but it can be very impactful when people have a lot of weight, a lot of worry on them. We need not allow ourselves to stay in that energy. And I know for me, it can be very hard sometimes when I have that feeling of that heaviness that's in the atmosphere, and there's nothing I can do to make change but to try to ground myself and look forward and stay moving in a positive direction, which can be hard when you're feeling weighted down and you're worrying about what's going on in this world. Don't overindulge in the news, please. Like me, I took almost a month off of watching the news, and I'm doing some catch up, and mostly I'm reading the headlines and going, I am not diving into that energy. I don't want to be connected. I look at what's going on in politics, and it's nothing but a big shite show, and cover up and just diversion, and let that play out on its own in its own form. You don't have to be right in the middle of watching every moment. Cut your media intake down to one or two somethings and then let it go. Don't spend all your time diving into that heavy energy of following every single aspect of it. I know I'm a law nut because I worked in law so many years. So one of the things I like to watch is Legal AF with Popak. And I tend to get on the computer and look up statutes and things like that when they're talking about the cases and the statutes and the changes and stuff like that. That's sort of my energy mobo. That's part of my internal makeup of just needing to know. And when they're referring to law, what does that law actually say? What is the verbiage in there? What is, what's going on? And yes, sometimes it can become extremely overwhelming. And so I even have to tune out. So I've been trying to like skim and take a little in at a time, and then just letting it go and not overindulging in it. I do follow several readers that I really enjoy listening to. Susan Lynn is one of them. Olivia Magistrate Tarot, absolutely phenomenally love her. I binge watch her when she records in such a way. My guys and her guys are so in alignment, it's not even funny. And I really, really enjoy her. So if you haven't caught her, catch her. She's a phenomenal reader. She reads very much in a style similar to mine. It's a story-telling style. We overdo the cards. We throw a lot of cards. It tells a story. We don't read in that traditional wide right where we've memorized the books and this is how we interpret it. We see the symbolism. The cards start telling a story, and when I read, I'll drop 5 cards, 3 to 5 cards on the table, and then I'm reading the underlying cards to deck. For me, those underlying cards, the ones that pop out are the now. What's happening in the now that's coming up, and those underlying cards are and where is it taking you? What direction are you moving in? And that's how I'm interpreting the cards when I'm laying my cards out. So that's why I didn't read a lot of underlying cards today, because it was more a message of the oracle of the spirit, what spirit was wanting to deliver to everybody today. And that's what spirit told me to do. Pull oracles and throw a few cards that's supportive of the oracles today. So that's what I decided to do. Had a lot of fun doing it. Sometimes we need to change things up and look at things from different perspectives. So anyways, everybody have a blessed week and I will see you again on Saturday. And I'm going to be working around the house, packing, trying to get rid of all the excess stuff in life. 61 years old, and it's not just what I've accumulated since I moved here. It's stuff. I have stuff that I have packed. I have clothes that I have owned for 40 years. I mean, I've got work clothes and stuff like that from I retired 11 years ago, and I have work clothes still. I haven't worn any of them in 11 years. I think it's time to give them off. And I dress very classically, so everything in my old wardrobe, well, one is huge because I have lost a lot of weight since then. But I need to donate that so that it can get out there for people that are seeking jobs and looking for new opportunities, that they can, pick it up at thrift stores and stuff like that, because it's all in great condition. So I need to get that out of my life and out of my house and quit moving it around. I need to go through. I have boxes in the garage that I've moved twice that I have not been into. That's going to be one of the later things that my husband and I do together, is going through some of those packed down boxes. And the way I'm thinking about those boxes in the garage is crack them open, see what's in them. Is it for his hobbies or my hobbies? Or is it something that has just been moved and we just need to let go of it because we haven't missed it since it's been here? And I'm thinking we're going to get rid of a lot of stuff in the garage that way. Of course, I've got boxes of paperwork and stuff like that I need to keep, but those are just files. But other than that, I'm just trying to keep focus on one room at a time, not getting scattered between room after room, and just keeping it going and moving. And I need to clear I'm getting rid of, I have a big sewing table here that's taking up a lot of space. My room, my office is going to become, because it's a third bedroom in the house, it's going to become sort of the box storage room. And I'm going to end up shifting my desk out of the way so I can still do my readings in here until I get too many boxes in here that I move to the dining room, just so that I have more open space. But I've got a lot of boxes packed from the spare room, which my husband was using for a catch-all, but I've moved into that room. And so I need to move my dresser back into that room, and it'll open and get rid of this sewing table that I'm just going to put out with a sign on it, free. So hopefully somebody will take it off my hands. If not, I will just, we're eventually going to have a garage sale, and then I'll try to garage sell it. Hopefully somebody around here, people pick up things. If you put it out there for free, they'll take it. And that way I can get rid of it. It's a really, it's like a 1970s sewing table. It's got 3 drawers. It's got a compartment underneath, and it's got the drop where the sewing machine sits down, and it makes a level surface with your sewing machine. And it has an extension arm. And it was gifted to me from somebody, some elderly lady my husband did some work for, and she knew I quilted and stuff. And I've actually used it. It's come in handy because it holds it's got a big extended side table, but it's just an inexpensive desk made out of particle board and laminate top. So somebody else can inherit it for free, I'm happy to give it away, and it'll allow me to stack things ready to go. And this is going to be sort of my build a storage moving room, to just, once it's contained and ready to be moved, it's going to be stored in here. So it's in and out. And this is a straight shot into the garage from this room. So when we get ready to pack it up on the truck, it'll be easy to move out if it's all located in one spot. So, but I got a ways to go still. Anyways, everybody have a great weekend. I've enjoyed the readings, and I will be back on Saturday at 2:30. Unless for some reason I get sick or something, I will let you know. I will post if I'm not coming on for some reason. But I think I'm over my colds, my flus, my headaches, all that, and moving in a positive direction now. So have a great week, and I will see you next week.